Hello, Apu. This is Dimitris from MetalKaoz in Chicago. How are you?
I'm fine. Just been doing some interviews. It's a sunny day outside, but I've been sticking inside in the cellar talking to people, but I like it.
That sounds strange, but at the same time, I understand. However, man, what this album is amazing.
Well, thank you very much.
So my first question is, did you have this music already written and decided to form a group to release it, or was it the other way around? You form Octoploid and then let's write music.
Well, I think I had something like 7 or 8 songs done when I started to gather people together
Okay.
to record the album. It was, yeah, it's been in my head for a while, and now that I had some spare material, I thought like, okay, no, it's now or never. If I'm not now doing it, it's not going to happen any like later on either. So yeah, and it was fortunate that a friend of mine, Mikko Pietinen, who is my old bandmate from a stoner rock band called MANNHAI, he agreed to join the band, and he's having a studio nearby here in Helsinki. So I was fortunate enough to start to lay the basic tracks down in his studio, and it was really handy because at the time I wasn't aware if it's going to be an album at all or is anyone interested about it. So we decided to do 4 tracks first as a demo and then see what's going to happen. And fortunately, labels were interested, so we kept on recording, and it ended up to be the debut album of Octoploid.
So you were writing music for what? For releasing this as a new band? That's what I'm trying to understand. Or did you have material that you just wrote and then they didn't fit in any other bands that you were involved, yet you are involved?
You could say so. It's like I'm composing music all the time. So before this interview, I was doing some demo basses and guitars, and the songs are really different from each other. This was kind of funk song I was working on. So yeah, it is like I don't purposefully think, okay, now I'm gonna make a song or now I'm gonna make an album or some tune which is going to fit this album. I just make music and see if it fits some band or project I'm in. And now that Barren Earth is not that active, uh, I these songs just started to gather because of that. Because before I was able to offer them to Barren Earth or whoever, so now I just had those songs and I thought like, well, what should I do with them? So this was the most natural thing to do, and it was like even better because now I could decide the direction myself and pick up the songs which I like the most, and I didn't need to discuss about it with anyone. So it was a really straightforward thing in that sense. Yeah.
So why Octoploid? What name? I'm talking about the name.
The name, or okay. Well, it's I wanted it to be kind of solo band, and the record label was thinking that it's not a good idea to come out with the Oppo group or whatever, and I get it. It's totally understandable because it's hard to market a band from for like a metal bassist in a band. So therefore, I was all right. Okay, I can buy that, but my name needs to be included. So I picked up Octoploid because there is at least my initials are in the middle of the name. So that was my way of telling people and myself that it's about my.
You destroyed some of the magic that I had in mind Because honestly, looking at the cover artwork and see those waves looking like tentacles and then Octoploid and then beyond the Aeons, I was thinking, yeah, Lovecraft, Cthulhu.
Yeah, it is that because I've drawn inspiration from Lovecraft, of course, while writing the lyrics because I'm not much of a lyricist myself. It's really easy to take influences from his texts and grab a word from here and there, and then you have fine lyrics already. And with the tentacle, I think that was something that Orion Landau, who did the cover, came up with.
Right?
I first thought that okay, maybe octopus is not a good idea on the album cover because it would be too obvious because of the name. And but then Orion came up with a wave shaping this tentacle, and well, my last name is Wave in Finnish, so it makes sense in that sense too. So I think things just click together very well with this, like when it comes to album artwork and music and the band in general.
If I have the track list correct, I believe that Beyond the Aeons, the all not instrumental, that's the title track is at the end of side A, right?
Yeah, it was meant to
Final.
be. It was meant to be opener of the vinyl, but it somehow we calculated because monotony wasn't. It wasn't meant to be on the vinyl, so because it's a bonus track for vinyl buyers.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think it fits even better on the end of the B side because it kind of ends the whole thing there, and it starts all over on the B side. Yeah.
Side B, I think it's a little bit more heavier. I think it's just my
Yeah.
bass drums, and it's
Dust X is a heavy song and also monotony and yeah, Concealed Serenity. It's like heavy with the tempo in a tempo sense as well. And yeah, you might be right. I haven't thought about it that way. Uh,
that's fine.
you might be right. Yeah.
Why did you choose to record the songs with different singers?
Well, the idea was to have all the singers from my entire career, which I've been worked with, and naturally both Tommys from AMORPHIS would be involved, and Janitor Muurinen from Sysma because he sang in MANNHAI, and also Jon Aldara was in Barren Earth, and Mikko was in Barren Earth as well. So that's kind of natural thing, and I also asked Pasi Koskinen to be involved, but it was practically a little bit challenging. He said he would be interested, but I didn't have time and resources to go into his place and record the vocals. And also Pete Eskelinen is involved, and he's an old friend of mine, and I've been thinking many years that I want to work with him because he has such a great growling sound, really brutal, like old Paradise Lost kind of a rawness in it, and he's singing clean vocals as well, and he's a great guy. So this is basically the reason why there are different vocals.
Makes sense. I had another question about the artwork because both the album and the singles have great artwork. So for the album, we will get the vinyl. For the other two, are you planning to release in any physical format aside from digital singles?
Just CD and the vinyl will be out physically. I don't know whichever there could be like I don't know 4-inch tape maybe or.
You could have 4-inch vinyl, man. Come on.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, I don't know. Those are the formats I know. Maybe C cassettes is coming back again. People are buying C cassettes, so why not? Why not to do that? I don't know. But yeah, I'm really happy that there's a vinyl
Oh yeah,
out. It looks really great with the Orion Landau's
absolutely.
art.
What instrument do I hear in the beginning of Dawns into Nothingness? Is it a 12-string guitar, a bouzouki, or something else?
You mean the intro of the
Yeah.
song? Oh, there is acoustic guitar played by myself, and then there's also a plugin which is like based on Ennio Morricone sounds
Mhm.
from Clint Eastwood films. So I just bought that plugin to get those sounds, the female high pitch vocals and the guitar and what else, timpani and stuff like that. So it
And
was
go on.
yeah, that's the story behind it. Yeah.
At the end, there are some clean vocals. Who is doing those in the same track, Dawns into Nothingness?
Do you mean the high pitch female vocals?
Yeah.
It's from the plugin as well.
Oh, you
So
said the plugin. Okay, got it, got it. Then I have another question for another song, Coast of the Drowned Sailors. So the melody reminds me of On Rich and Poor. Is there any connection?
yeah, it is there, and I admit it. Yeah, it's kind of obvious ripoff from Elegy, and that's the reason why I wanted Tommy Koivusaari to be on the vocals, because it's so near to. Well, it's not exactly the same, but it's kind of a nod to that direction, and maybe I don't know about the rest of the song. There are some influences from Kingston Wall and from Lunar Schooner even. The bridge in the middle is I thought of Lunar Schooner there, but yeah, it's yeah, I have to say that I agree with you.
I didn't say ripoff though. You said that. I didn't say ripoff.
I
Okay,
said it.
it's let's say
But
they are cousins.
yeah, right.
Nice that when you hear something that reminds me of something else, it's that the term I use, sweet nostalgia. You know what I mean? Something that you liked and you loved.
Yeah, I am a nostalgic guy and I'm a sentimental guy when it comes to music.
Right.
I don't listen to new music that much, and I still listen to those 90s metal albums.
Yeah. Mhm.
These pop albums, of course, but yeah, that's I don't know what's the reason, but that's how it is.
I think it comes with age. Not that
Yeah.
we are old. Anyhow. So I was watching the Human Amoral, the music video that you did with the 70s look. So whose idea was that?
Well, there's a director called Peter Voutilainen. He's really brilliant guy. He's really talented in editing and doing videos, directing, and well, I first contacted him and sent him a couple references. I wanted to have like a Kaoz 1-inch man
Mm.
sort of video and Slayer Seasons in the Abyss, and that's where we started from, and it ended up to be a full-blown hippie video anyway. So, but it's still really good idea always to take things a little bit over the top to make some kind of a
Yeah.
shaking.
Although I'm trying to calculate Kaoz and Slayer 70s hippie video. Okay. I need to
Yeah,
think about that.
yeah. I use video is kind of hippie video because there is like hippie lights and there is this like witch woman dancing in the middle of
Right.
candles and stuff like that. That's something I requested him as well to do with Tommy Otsen's part, but it didn't realize. But yeah, it just happened, and of course this old film filter is heavily used there as well. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And you have the keyboards sound very prog, right? 70s prog though, not the super complicated. You know what I'm talking about.
Thank you very much.
Are these influences of yours that we haven't noticed until now?
I don't know. It's I think there's been like 70s instruments even on the early Amorphis albums, like Tales from the Thousand Lakes had Moog keyboard and some Hammond, and I think we did such things in Barren Earth as well with mellotrons and stuff like that. But maybe it's more underlined on Octoploid. There are lots of more psychedelia involved. It's like because nowadays metal producers tend not to use delays that much, and I like delays. I want to have as much delay as possible. So, and it's getting ridiculous already. But still, that's something which haven't been heard before from my end.
Right,
Those
right.
delay effects.
And then you have some amazing melodies in Shattered Wings. So where does this inspiration come from? Is it for something specific, or it just this is how the song came to be?
Well, there are influences from, for example, the first starting riff from Autopsy. I had Autopsy in mind writing that, you know, and it goes to uh, some kind of a hybrid of Finnish Schlager music and classic rock. And there's band like called Kingston Wall, you probably know it, and it's heavily influenced on that by that. And also there's a guitar player called Esa Pulliainen, who's playing like Stratocaster with clean sound, and he's doing basically Finnish Slager and tango and stuff like that. So I probably thought of him a little bit in it, and I just wanted to make a mixture of death metal and like obscure Slager music, and add a weird middle part bridge in the middle of it. And yeah, I don't know how we succeeded, but that's probably one of my favorite songs on the album because
Oh yeah,
there's also these raw, really brutal vocals involved. So it's kind of weird and nice mixture, you know.
absolutely. Will you release another music video until the album's release date?
Another music video. Uh, I guess so. Yeah, we are releasing another lyric video
Okay.
next Friday, like on 24th of May.
Mm-hmm.
That's also directed by Pete Voutilainen, and we also filmed one song, one other song, which I cannot reveal, unfortunately. And then let's see if there will be another lyric video on
I'm
top of.
looking forward to see how the band will look in that other music video that you are talking about.
What do you
The
mean?
one that you will release, that you have filmed, but you cannot reveal the title. We will see the band wearing again 70s outfits or anything else.
I just saw one clip of the video today. It's on the editing table currently. So there's some same elements as on Human Amoral video. It's
Okay.
not exactly modern video, but it's really psychedelic and far out, spaced out. You could say it's like almost a truck music video, but well, I don't know if you're on a national radio or what, but still, yeah, it's not very modern, and it's not down to earth video.
So where I'm going with these questions is, first of all, are you planning to get Octoploid to play live?
Well, we've been talking about it, and we even planned to do one show in Helsinki during the summer, but I'm not sure will it happen. It's a question mark still, but since Amorphis is recording a new album in the late of this year, we will have a touring break during the next year. Which means that I need to get something to do, and doing live shows would be a brilliant way to waste 1 year. Probably I'm at least considering it. It's if the album goes well and it's received well, there probably is going to be more demand of live shows. But I don't want to make anything forced. If
Right.
yeah, there has to be some kind of demand for live shows, and we'll see that in a couple months.
Yeah, I was trying to see if the band will appear wearing 70s clothes and psychedelia. That's why I was asking.
That's a good idea. Yeah, probably.
Um, so I'm glad that you mentioned Amorphis. You said the album will be recorded at the end of this year, right?
Yeah.
Does that mean that the songwriting has finished, is done?
Well, I'm sure that everybody is writing songs separately on their own because, well, usually we are not working together when it comes to composing. We just arrange the songs together if it's necessary. So usually it's producer who wants to get the material to cloud drive or something from the members, and then he picks up the songs from there, and then the pre-production starts, and the whole process starts. So we haven't shared the songs yet in the cloud, but let's see. I hope it will happen soon because I would like to start rehearsing those songs already in order to come up with some crazy bass licks to the album.
And the album is planned for 2025, correct? Okay, got it. What's the latest from Barren Earth and even from MANNHAI? If you have any news from those bands.
We are probably not entering the studio in near future, but we might do some shows every now and then. If we would get an invite to 70,000 tons of metal, probably we could go there or USA or whatever, or any other festival, yeah. But still, we are not very active with the band. And with MANNHAI, we actually recorded few songs and aimed to do something with it, but somehow the process ended, and Susma came back with Janitor's other band, was doing shows, and he was busy with that project. So it's hard to say will we be back again in the studio someday, but I cannot see a reason why not. Maybe yeah, when the time is right and the stars are aligned in the correct way.
At some point, you need to get Amorphis, Barren Earth, MANNHAI, and Octoploid on the same tour package, right? That's a good idea.
It would be a splendid idea, and it would be really like relaxing tour for.
Olli, thank you very much for your time. As I said, the album is amazing, and hopefully we can see Octoploid here in the US.
Yeah, I hope so too. Yeah, so spread the word and tell all the promoters that we are interested to come. So
absolutely,
maybe, yeah.
And we'll see you with Amorphis in September here in Chicago.
Come to say hi to me, Dimitris, and thank you for the.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you very much. Cheers.